Hey there. As you can tell, it's a little bit chilly. This morning in my car, it said it was 2 degrees when I got out to get on the trail. I always get a kick out of these pictures or videos where my beard and mustache are frozen and you can tell how cold it is. However, as soon as you get, it's like magic, 7 to 10 minutes into the hike, you're warm. So you get your body moving around and start to get that furnace stoked and you're doing just fine. So I actually really like mornings like this. And I know, like, in the past, a lot of times I always said I hated winter, and so for decades I would lay around in my house and in the winter and just blow up and eat and not get any movement in, and I would blame it on the fact that the weather was too cold to get out there. Just kind of one of those excuses that you use to not do anything and then justify why you're sitting there on the couch and not paying attention to the actual outcome that's being produced in your body and your physical health and all that stuff. But anyway, as I thought about sharing this content, like yesterday I said, and it's probably one of the last times I'll be referring to what I said yesterday, and you'll hear about that soon. But the first thing is, it was honestly the kind of social pressure of, or being afraid of social judgment of, like, who in the world am I? What's so important that I have to say that I should make a video and put it out there? It's just kind of that old, I don't know, just so ingrained in my way of thinking when someone does that, you know, are they self-important? Are they this or that? So probably the same loops that I run through, or that I run through in my own head, I also sometimes feel that way externally. And it's just, it's crippling sometimes, because, you know, when you have those feelings of insecurity or that fear of what other people are going to think or say or do or whatever, you kind of, well, at least it freezes me up and sometimes makes me not go forward. When I realize how silly that is, because when I think about it logically, people are not necessarily going to be judging me for what I say to or whatever. Because they're too nervous that I'm going to be judging them and thinking about where they're, you know, having thoughts about the decisions that they make. But so that was literally one of the first things that were excuses that I use. You know, why would anybody want to hear this stuff? So now that I understand fully and firmly what my why is, I can forget about that. And so the rule that I'm going to be implementing, self-imposed rule, like those, don't like other people's rules so much if they're silly, but my rule is going to be that I don't over edit, that I don't, like, make sure that my hair looks good. Obviously you can tell I'm not that concerned about that, but I'm just going to say what's on my mind and get it out there because I feel like I want to capture it, and hopefully it ends up being valuable. So I want to get it out there. I don't care if I misuse words, stumble over my words, have ice on my face, whatever it happens to be. I'm just going to get what's in my head out here on these videos, and I'm not going to over edit. The other thing, kind of in the same word of editing, is I am not much of a technology person. Yes, I own a digital marketing agency, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm proficient with technology. So a big excuse that I used was, it takes so long to edit because I don't know how. Or, you know, I just would never get any traction because the overwhelm of what it took for me to put together a video or an intro or an outro or whatever was just time suck. And I wouldn't invest the time. I mean, first of all, I didn't really realize why I was going to be doing it. But secondly, I just used technology as a huge stumbling block. Well, as you've noticed, the last few videos had zero intro, zero outro, no editing, nothing. Because again, it's about the content and getting the thoughts out there so that maybe they can help. But I think all of us, especially if you're in the same neighborhood of age as me, have struggled with that stuff a lot, whether it's a social judgment where we just don't do it because we're afraid of what other people are going to say, or we use technology as an excuse not to go forward, not to learn, whatever. But whatever that excuse is, like, get past it. And that's why I'm not going to be editing. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. Over time, I'll start to do more of that as I get more proficient or have somebody help me out or whatever the deal is. But I'm not going to allow that to be an excuse. The other excuse is I'm still working on a plan, trying to get everything put together. And this goes back to what I said in the beginning of the video. I'm not going to have a plan. I'm not going to try to tee myself up day after day and go back and remember what I said. Whatever is on my mind for that specific day, I think it's on my mind for a purpose, and I'm going to share it. I mean, it's going to be relevant. It's going to be about the same journey that I'm on, but I don't want to have a plan. I want what comes out to come out naturally so that it's not contrived and so that it's not following some bullet-pointed structure. I want to say what's there and get it out. Definitely, if anyone leaves a comment and has a topic they'd like me to share any insight I've gained on or whatever, I'll be happy to do that, because that just kind of comes in the natural swing of things. But yeah, I'm not going to have a plan. I'm going to create videos frequently. I'm not going to have a specific schedule as of yet, but the content will be getting out there. So anyway, those are really the biggest, other than not having a why, those are the biggest excuses that I used. And I've created my own rules that are going to help me overcome those. So that's it. My hand is really cold this morning, even though it's gloved today. But that's about all I have. I'm going to continue to hike and try to stay warm while living my life a brand new way. See you later.